Staying with elections, but shifting our topic a little bit. So in recent days, we had the news first that there was an attempted hack on the Wisconsin voter registration system before the last election. Then it was the big oops, there really wasn't an attempted hack. I mean, what's going on there, and how are the officials who oversee elections feeling about the security of the election here in Wisconsin?
Well, confusion definitely reigns as to what happened and what hackers were attempting to do. The federal government on Friday last week said that 21 states, including Wisconsin, had their voter or election systems attempted to be hacked by Russian government agents. The State Elections Commission here asked why they weren't told sooner, and the federal government said, well, we did tell you last year. And so they then drilled down to try to find out what this was, and ultimately it turned out that the hack that the state had been informed of, or attempted hack I should say, was of a totally different state agency, the Department of Workforce Development. It's a little unclear. At the same time, the feds are saying that Wisconsin was the target of an attack by these Russians. No clear answer as to if we were, why they would go after the Department of Workforce Development. It's possible they were trying to get our voter system and hit the wrong target. We just don't really know. The officials here are saying they feel like communication has been bad between the many layers of government who have to guard against this, but feel pretty good about their cybersecurity because any attempted hacks were thwarted in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, the question I think that some voters might ask is, if you rolled back the clock a few years, I mean, Target and Home Depot and all sorts of places would say, we've got a great system, we're impenetrable, we can't be hacked until you're hacked, right? So how, I mean, talk a little bit about, I mean, what about Wisconsin's system might make it, you know, sort of better in terms of avoiding a problem?
And I think just to add into that, the public's skepticism also builds when, you know, there are hack attempts that we're not informed of. When agencies give this sort of conflicting information, it gets a little hard to know what information you can trust.